So it is the presentation 3, and I'm going to talk about the globalization and West surface and economic development. Undoubtedly, globalization is a fact, but has been given different proportion in the nations of the world. Friedman says that the world is flat because communication and international contact have no longer barriers. Gemawat, however, refutes this theory because there are still gaps between and within countries. In my opinion, the Gemawat's argument is closer to the reality of what happens in the world. While globalization occurs, economic development trends are changing. So Asia begins to resurface and regain the position it had had in ancient times, as Nice said. Ferguson explains that there were 6 killer apps of the West that influence the developmental changes in the rest of the world, and these are: first, competition, that explain about different political units in Europe who had powers between corporations and sovereigns, while China was always a monolithic state. Second, scientific revolution, that was born with the experimental method that gave men control of nature. Third, property rights, dealing with privacy law relating to land. States with higher power had more territory. Fourth, modern medicine has had breakthrough in infectious disease and public health worldwide, allowing life expectancy increases. Fifth, consumer society. People increasingly buy more items that in turn drove economic growth, much more than technological change. Sixth and finally, the work ethic, which has been lost in the West. Western nations, within them United States, Europe, and others, contain 19% of the world population with two-thirds of the world's wealth. This is the Great Divergence. However, this Great Divergence has decreased over time and now talks about the age of reconvergence, in which the end of Western predominance and economic gap is narrowing. So, very soon China will be the largest economic power in the world, so it will dominate with or will be more dominant than North America and Europe. China has Confucian spiritual influence and have no power rivals like West. Their knowledge is much higher than other countries because the development mentality is different. The focus of growth is in equity, health, and economy, important aspects for becoming a leader of the world.